You love those squares up there. No sound? No sound today.
No
Mikey.
sound.
Well.
But happy pictures.
Not the most professional show, I suppose. Because you can't hear me. Well, normally there's a song that goes with it. Hello, everybody. Are we on?
Yeah, we're on. I'm sorry. There's something I didn't press right.
Clearly. It's kind of funny since Colin's not here today, and now we don't even have his Phantom music. But yes, hello, everybody, and welcome to the Comedy Cellar Nightly Show, Tuesday, 7 o'clock. We do this every week to provide you and remind you that the Comedy Cellar, which is the greatest comedy club in the land, is open for business at 100% capacity as long as you're vaccinated. And that goes for here in New York City and in Las Vegas. You do have to show your card, but otherwise you can enjoy some of the best nights in comedy that there is. I was there last night to see our friend Colin play music with the owner, Noam Dorman, who you would think, the owner of a comedy club, how could he be a good musician? But he is. And it is a really fun time on Monday nights. You can always see Colin there on Mondays if for some reason you can't catch him here because he has a gig or something like that. But that's the story for another day. Let's get to the prepared material. So let's see what's in the news today. Well, still going through the array of folks who charged the Capitol building last January, one man charged claims that he didn't get caught calling Nancy Pelosi a bitch. He actually called her a biatch. Of course, this raised so many more questions, namely, how did this man travel in time from 2004? In NFL news, Raiders defensive end Carl Nassib, I think that's it. What is it?
I'd have no idea.
Oh,
it's definitely Miss Nassib. I was just agreeing with you.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
Became the first active NFL player to come out as gay. Nassib, who previously played for the Browns and the Buccaneers, said he finally felt comfortable coming out now because no matter how gay he is, he'll never be as gay as the thousands of Raiders fans who dress up every Sunday in black leather and spikes. Hello. And
also, I
finally,
think Aaron Hernandez came a bit before him.
That's what I thought.
Do your...
but, yeah, I thought he wasn't the first. That's why I didn't think it was actually news. But
yes.
They'll keep bringing it on. I like to say from like the 1950s, like in a play that was written in the 50s, like I understand he's a homosexual, and they expect the audience to go, whoa. So that's my favorite. Anyway, a new book claims that during a meeting about last year's mask shortage, Jared Kushner screamed, "We'll all be dead by June." And Kushner has since clarified he meant June of 2023. Oh, that Jared. Anywho, that's the material for tonight. Let's meet our guests. This evening, he is a brilliant stand-up comic, and this year he moved over to the Blaze TV streaming network, where he can be seen every morning on the very popular program Louder with Crowder. You can see him live. Yes, live, folks. It's happening this weekend at the Helium Comedy Club in Buffalo, New York. Please say hello for the first time. Dave Landau is with us.
Hello. Good to be here, Dave.
Nice
Dave. It's nice to finally be here.
And thank you. And she is the producer of Fox Business Network show, Fox Business Tonight.
That's it.
It's a very misleading title. But she is mostly known for the fact that her dog has more Instagram followers than she does. Please welcome back to the program the bundle of joy and fun, Jamie Labella.
Oh, man, it's an honor to be with the double Daves tonight. This is like such an honor. And Tortellini is feeling the pride. I'm really liking it.
Well, Tortellini is fantastic. And you do know how to rock a hat.
Oh, thank you so much.
Fashion sense.
Not everyone can do that.
You know what? This is Target, going off of Target, actually. But yeah, yes. Target. So this is where
I don't understand why people say that, I do the exact same thing.
No,
I have this awesome jacket that just works for me. And people are like, that's a great jacket. And you just feel obligated to say what's from Target. But we really just say, oh, do you like it? It was very expensive. I mean, that's what we should be saying.
Yeah, we really should just make up where it's from. I have the same thing because they have husky children's sizes that I fit into. And it's like, oh, that jacket fits you really well. I'm like, thanks. It's good threads or whatever that terrible
my
off-brand
grandmother,
thing they sell.
when we used to go to clothes shopping when I was a kid, my grandmother used to show me the section she used to bring my father in, which was called Half Size Chubby. I've never forgotten it.
I like how
I
up
respect
until
that.
10 years ago, everything was just about degrading children and beating them. And now everything's the opposite.
I know what
I
happened.
was a chubby kid. I was proud.
I
now
don't
I have a
believe
chubby
none of us
furry
believe
kid.
that for a second.
Oh my
I
God.
don't.
I won a pie eating contest on the Rosie O'Donnell show. I kid you not.
Did you
Against
really?
3 boys. Yeah, no. And it wasn't because I was competitive or I wanted to win. It's because I was hungry. Like I was hungry. Like I wanted the pie. And to this day, I can't have blueberry pie.
There's
No,
got to
it's
be
bad.
footage of that
Was
somewhere.
this recent?
There
You were
is.
were you young at the time?
I was 8. Yes, 8 and
Oh, thank
proud.
God,
Yeah.
right.
8 proud and hungry.
Wow,
Very
8 and-
hungry.
Well, you're lucky Rosie O'Donnell wasn't in the contest, or you would have been smoked.
She could have eaten me at that point. I know.
Yes.
Oh, that's amazing. Oh, I never heard that.
I never
Yeah.
knew that.
Oh, yeah.
You've never okay. Good
Yeah,
for you.
you know
though.
what? The truth comes out only with the Daves. The
Well, what
Daves.
Yeah.
made
Figure
you
it out.
decide to what made you decide to lose weight? Like what
It just was like a natural phenomenon, like one day I like put down the like golden arches of McDonald's and just like kind of picked up,
No, you
like
didn't. I saw a tweet from last year where you're carrying a huge gallon size of McNuggets. How dare
I
you?
do fiend.
I see everything.
I still fiend McDonald's. The golden arches will remain. It's not Fat Ronnie's to me. It is the golden arches. But no, one day it just kind of came off, which is like what happens, Eventually you put down the Twinkie and you move on and you walk, you walk a little more.
I don't understand.
When does this happen?
Yeah, when does this happen?
I've done nothing but get fatter.
I just ate Taco Bell last night. It was
Oh, my
horrible.
fave.
I
My
seriously,
fave.
I worked out for an hour and then I went to Raising Cane's to get chicken fingers and French fries, and I'm like, I don't know why the weight won't come off.
Yeah. Well, during
Oh.
COVID, I dieted. I've never dieted my whole life.
Mm.
I used to be thin, and then I'm older and you gain weight. But
You are thin. You're like a bone.
He is very thin.
you are the
Very-
politest person, but the camera takes off 10 pounds. I have a special camera. But
That's true.
I used the Nutrisystem diet, and it worked. I lost like 20, 25 pounds. And then
Oh, that's where they mail you terrible food you don't want to eat.
I'm like, wait, is
but
this an
I didn't
advertisement?
mind. I didn't mind. I thought it was a good system for me, because for me, it was all about like, what am I going to have for dinner? And I didn't have to worry about it. So it was
Yeah.
okay. And then on the weekends, I would cheat, but it worked. It was working. And then I did it like for 3 months. And then as soon as everything started opening up again, it totally went back to my regular habits and I put back on the weight.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you look great. You got to indulge. I mean, life is about indulgences. Hello. I mean, cheers to that.
There you
Amen.
go. I have this, but I've been there.
I have my coffee.
I've been on the water diet too. That one doesn't
Yes,
do it
yeah.
for me.
Dave, are
Uh,
you in Detroit right now?
No, I am in an undisclosed city
Oh,
in Texas.
you're.
Nice.
But is this where you live, or are you just there?
This
for
right
now?
here. Yeah, this
Oh, I meant in
behind.
Texas.
I'm a Detroit and Texas right now. I'm back and forth. I'm doing the same crazy New York thing for right now, just seeing how everything plays out.
Totally.
So you can do your show from Zoom, so that's not
Yes.
an issue. And then you travel all weekend long anyway, so it doesn't matter where you're located.
Yeah, I travel a lot, and then it doesn't really matter. Now I'm here doing this show where we write sketches and film, so we're busy all week, and then usually I spend all weekends with my son if I'm not on the road. So I'm just constantly.
Oh wait,
doing
the
stuff.
Louder with Crowder show is in Texas?
Yeah,
Oh, so you're in a studio every day.
every day.
Oh, I didn't realize that. I guess Jamie wanted to take off.
I don't know. She just left. I just saw the finger.
For some reason, I was only on like one of you at a time. So I just wanted to swipe. And now I have all of you at one time.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
Great. And now I'm getting like the double dose that I needed,
Well, for me now, you move to the bottom of the screen and Dave's on top. So
Well, there you
I don't-
go.
I don't know how that happened or why.
I was
but
so
it-
excited when I heard Detroit. I was like, woo. I
Really?
just wanted to give you like a little high five in
You're
there.
kidding.
You know?
You're
Are you a Detroit fan?
I'm not, but I've been there once. I had to do we had to do a live show there. We covered the auto industry, but I had a great time and I had some good food.
You covered the
food's
audio-
amazing,
auto
right?
industry.
It is. It was really good. Yeah.
Yeah,
I've
the
never
food-
been there. I just know that you were commuting back and forth from Detroit to New York when you were on the Kumio show.
Oh yeah, well that's what I
years.
did the entire time, and I really would like to say how much more I liked Detroit
Right.
as a city, especially at that time. New York, ooh, I was happy to leave. No offense to both of you.
I feel
I
you.
couldn't. I can't wait to leave.
Yeah, it's really terrible in every
Oh my
way.
God.
I want to. I've
Imagine.
always said. Everybody knows I want to move back to Jersey. Maybe go down the shore.
I know we're
Um,
having this like hot mahogany stench now too of all the garbage. It's disgusting. It's really
well, that's
it's really
normal. The summer and the
Yeah.
city are never great.
feels
I
like
mean,
summer.
Yeah.
Yeah, the stink and the 8,000 piles of trash everywhere, and the
Yeah,
rats,
nasty.
and the homeless people making love.
And it's more than
They're the
ever
only ones
now.
that like the city right now. It's true.
Yeah, it really is. I would get it on the train in Harlem, and honestly, every time I went down there, someone was having sex or getting paid.
Ew.
One time, it was one guy just, another guy's face, and neither of them looked like they were enjoying it, and it still confuses me to this day. It's like, who is this for?
Right.
No, that's the way I always
yeah.
picture Richard Pryor and Marlon Brando having sex.
I feel like, yeah, they were
Who's
like,
this for?
let's just do this. They really did, though. Isn't that weird?
I know it's so weird. I don't know if you heard that, Jamie, but that
Oh
They
God,
don't
weird.
think.
Yes, I love all the weirdness. Loving that.
They
Yep.
did. It was even weirder than the butter scene with Marlon Brando in Last Tango in Paris,
right.
which was an actual rape. You find out years later.
Is that right?
Yeah, the girl.
Who's the-
Well, she was like 13 or 14 in it,
Oh boy.
and then he just pulled out the butter and throws it in her, which improv,
Oh,
and she
Christ,
wasn't ready
though.
for it.
He's a method actor.
Jesus.
And that's what he said. He goes, I'm a method actor. This is what I
Okay,
do. You have to
this is what I
understand."
I'll
do.
never look at butter the same.
No, it's terrible.
Ew.
Yeah, his method acting, all his characters had a couple similarities.
Yeah, it turns out.
The last three.
Anyway, let's go to the slides today, and we'll talk about these things. This is the way we do the show, Dave. Jamie has seen it before. We see what's in the news and other things and have a good time looking at pictures.
Sure.
This is the Biden and Putin meeting for the first time, and I like the photo because the security guard is stopping the photographer. But why? He's already there. He's like, don't go any closer. You already. How much closer do you want me to? I mean, this is just stupid. Why are they
Wiki,
stopping?
I can't get you
Also-
within picture distance.
Yeah,
Yeah, his hands not even like spread out. It's like he's fisting the camera. It's not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and I
He's
just don't
very-
understand what the reasoning is because it's you can. I don't think you have to go any closer with your camera.
Could you be more terrified by how relaxed Putin looks in this photo?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
He's
Yeah,
just
with his
chilling and
Legs
like,
open.
yeah, just I own you now.
Oh, you're right, man. He's totally got like
He's
a Sunday
chilling.
dad pose. Like
He
he's,
doesn't
you know,
care. He's like
just admits
another
like his
American
life.
idiot.
It's like he just another one in my jippers.
Speaking of idiots,
Oh boy.
I don't know how
Who
you
would-
cut a cake with a sword, but
I always do, but I come from a long line of pirates.
well, this is a huge cake for those two people that were apparently invited in the background.
oh man.
The one guy's really sorry, Jamie. Sorry.
Yeah, no, it's like me when I was 8. That's what that guy looks like back there.
You just
Buying that cake, you know?
You're ready to have a
That's
contest?
plunge.
Yeah, just getting ready to beat Rosie. Look at the guy though. Yeah, in the back, he's all excited, just with his chest out,
He's got
and
a plate of food.
the guy in the back, he doesn't look like a man should in a suit.
No.
You know what I mean? He looks like one of those people that I'm like that too. When I put on a suit, I just look like a kid going to my grandma's funeral. That's what that guy looks like.
You're right. Yeah, he doesn't look like he belongs in a suit.
This
it's
is-
not like that.
This was something I'd seen recently. I don't know if you guys heard about this because it's not just in California, but apparently now a bunch of people are suing Red Lobster, claiming a false advertising that they are claiming that they obtained lobsters in sustainable, responsible ways, which I'm pretty sure if you go to Red Lobster, you know you're getting not that. You're not getting a lobster that was put up in a hotel.
Flown first class.
Yeah, it's really bothering me. It's a complete waste of everybody's time. You're suing Red Lobster. Well, there's a social contract when you go to Red Lobster or McDonald's. When we go to McDonald's, I'm like, this is grade A prime meat, right? Like you'd give the troops this, right? Like, yeah. Who's going to ask? First of all, never look in your hamburger. I had a friend that used to open the burger and he's like, I'm like, you don't open a McDonald's hamburger. You take your chances.
Yeah, you just
we know
eat
how
it
it is.
You just with Red Lobster though, even when you go in, you see like that tank of tiny misshapen lobsters. The rubber bands aren't even on the claws; they're just
Right,
around
some
their,
of them are
just
missing a
around
claw.
here. Yeah, because they've been
Yeah, they're
shooting
all-
up. Yeah, they're diabetic.
They're all a little decrepit. I mean, we're seeing these. You're right, more and more. Like, who was that girl that just sued Chipotle? Right, the Olympian. She was like, "Oh my God, that was
Oh.
not the steroid. Like, what was going?" She had
Yeah.
some steroid in her
Oh,
blood.
right. Yeah.
She
Yes, that was last
she-
week.
She tested positive for pork burrito.
That's
Come on,
right. And
No
then
one
she got
believes
kicked out of the Olympics. Yeah, what an idiot. We were like,
blaming the pork. I'm sorry. Wait, what?
yeah, we had that last week. She's an idiot. She's a genuine idiot. Her parents
It's like
are
the-
idiots too. It comes from upbringing.
Yeah, they're letting men into the female parts. You think they're worrying about that you had some pork for dinner?
Some pork burritos. Well, I think the problem
that's
was
the
that she
line.
was Jewish, and that's what the issue lies.
Not kosher whatsoever.
Not
This is
kosher.
it's not a sad photo. It's a hilarious one and sad at the same time. These are grave diggers, and they're in Indonesia digging graves for COVID victims, which is the sad part, but they're actually just taking a nap and a break.
Wait.
But they're alive. They're just doing so much grave digging they had to take a break, and this is where they take their break. It's
So
like sad but true photos, but
So judging by the headstones in that country, you either are insanely rich or it's like you're burying at Pet Cemetery.
right. It's just the other one is R.I.P.
Yeah, it's just two
this-
popsicle
Right.
sticks.
This one has dates and times of the concerts he was performing at. or whatever.
One was like made a craft class during Kids Day. No, yeah,
Yeah.
that's definitely true.
Well,
that's,
apparently-
that's concerning.
Yeah.
That
Right,
is a
these-
concerning
These are the
situation.
two that wore them out.
Yeah.
Where
Oh,
these were
man.
just like, let's do these first. These
Yeah,
other
that's
ones-
I mean, it
So-
looks like a bed. I mean,
It
you can't really
does.
blame them. I'm exhausted looking at them.
well, with that money, I'm sure it's a very comfortable place to lay. It's not like the guy in the middle where he's just in dirt for all of eternity.
I know.
It does-
They probably should we feel guilty not sleeping over this guy's grave?
This is fine, right? I don't even know if there's a guy in there.
So in a related story,
Okay.
this is the graduation ceremony. These are people at Central China U, which is in Wuhan, China.
What?
The place
It looks
that
like a
started it
grid
all
in Wuhan?
just had this huge graduation ceremony
Oh, well, that's
over the
safe.
weekend. Those are
At
all
the end, do they throw their bats in the air?
I mean, quite literally, what is going on there? And why is it like perfectly uniformed in color? Very, very, it looks like a checkers board. I'm very confused.
well,
by
they're
this.
very good about that, you know. we
Yes,
all know
with like
that,
smoking
but,
fumes of.
But it's
COVID.
like, look how many people graduated out of this. No wonder they got so many problems over there. No wonder they're digging all those graves. There's too many people.
Well, yeah, there's way too many people. And then the people
I
getting out of line like that, they're going to get killed.
These people, yeah, they're in trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're just getting
Yeah,
walked
they're-
to it.
These like five.
You're going to end up
people,
like
yeah.
that middleman, right? With the sticks in that last
Yeah.
photo.
How many? What was the degree? Oh, we're moving on. Sorry.
No,
I just
no,
to
that's
know.
okay.
Do they all have? What's what math degree do they have?
I don't know.
What a competitive market.
Clearly, Central China U. That's where I was
Yeah.
going to go, and then I
Yeah.
changed my mind.
Yeah, I didn't want to go. It's too much of a party school.
Yeah. Buck wild, man.
These are Chinese
diseases.
astronauts that got a parade, the saddest parade of all time, before they got shot into space to go to a space station that's still under construction. So they're
This is-
basically just going up there to die.
Yeah, this is basically this is like going into the Challenger, but you know what's gonna happen.
Right. And they're like, it's better than staying here. You know, anything is better.
I know it's just like they hired some people. We just need about a dozen people
Yeah.
to make it seem like we really care about these astronauts.
Yeah, we want you just to
Right.
wave, wear your masks.
Yeah,
Those space suits look like the Clint Eastwood Space Cowboys movie.
yeah,
they don't look authentic.
They look like they're from a James Bond movie from the 60s.
yeah, they're
They
not.
do not look protective. I do
No.
not have
No.
faith in this mission.
No, they're just
No.
an alien mask away from a 50s sci-fi.
Exactly.
Wow.
This I saw in a store. I like this idea. Social colored bands for, if you're green, which I'm all in, handshakes, you're good to go. Yellows are elbows only, or maybe fist pumps, and reds, no contact. If people are wearing that, I would be good with that.
Well, they actually had blue for condoms, but that really went awry. It,
I like this plan. Last night I was at the Cellar, and I don't know Chris Red very well, but he was there. We know each other a little, and I didn't know whether to shake his hand or fist pump. I don't know how people feel. This would have helped.
Was that just racially?
Well, pretty much. I didn't want to be rude, but
You're like, I don't.
he's the second black person I know.
Oh
Yeah.
man, I think these are gonna. This would make me antisocial because I would always put on the red. I'd be like, "Get the hell away!"
Oh,
from
really?
Me. There are a lot of people I don't want to talk to. I mean,
Oh,
that's like
yeah.
one thing,
Oh,
right?
see, I'm
Oh
all
my
in
god!
I'm all in on green. I like to shake
Don't
people's
like your
hands. I like to
red.
hug people.
You know?
No, I'm
That
with
would
you.
be good. I mean, that's if I know you're red, I would know to stay away. That's
I'd
probably
be
good for a
all
predator like
red.
myself.
Yes, that's
Right?
Some people are forced to wear the red.
But it's like the masks. Like I put them up sometimes just because I don't want to talk to somebody. I'm like, oh my god, putting up the mask. Oh, sorry, COVID. You know, I use it
Jamie-
as an excuse now. I don't want to talk.
Jamie, your personality does not that doesn't sync up
There
well.
are
with-
select few, so you know if I still have the mask on, there's an issue.
You had the mask on the first 2 times I saw you, and there was no COVID.
I don't even
No
have
red
to. I don't even have to wear a mask in Texas, and I do.
Oh, you
when I'm
do?
out. Well, yeah, because I don't want people might recognize me, and I know that sounds cocky, but I've
No, it's
actually been
true.
recognized for the first time in my life, like
That's
recently,
wonderful.
like a few times. So now I just wear the mask so that doesn't happen.
Oh.
You're like not here.
I realize I should be more friendly about it, but everything's awkward with me when those interchange. Like I was eating donuts at an airport. The guy's like, "Are you Dave Landau?" And I'm like, "What?" Like that's just the best. Yeah, I'm
You take a
him.
picture?
Yeah, that's the worst.
Yeah.
That's why I usually don't eat at the airport. I don't think I'm going to run into anybody, but there's just too many photo opportunities that
There really are.
Right.
don't
And-
eat in
photo
public
drop in the
unless you're at a
back.
sit-down restaurant. This was this is the Red Bull Cliff Diving World Series that was in France last week,
Mm.
which seems cool, but it seems like prepared. It's not really cliff diving if you have it set up properly. The cliff diving should be off the left here if you're really doing cliff diving, you know?
Wait, what?
Like
Is
this
this
is the Red Bull platforms, you know? Like it doesn't seem like it's real cliff diving.
Yeah, it's like a diving board. They're going into a pool. They're like, here we go. Yeah,
Exactly, but so-
deceiving. That's a lie.
Yeah, it looks
So
like the
Dave-
Dangerfield. What do you call it?
Okay,
from-
so Dave, that's where I'm going with this. I don't know
Okay.
whether Jamie will know. When I saw this second board, where was I going?
I was assuming it was the Rodney Dangerfield. Exactly.
You got that right.
And I'm
A
trying
second
to.
board has been installed. No, an additional springboard has been installed. Jamie, do you know the movie Back to
I've
School?
heard of Rodney Dangerfield, if that helps.
No, so it doesn't. So no,
Well, I mean, it doesn't hurt.
it's called the Triple Lindy. It's a dive
Lindy, that was it.
that only
Thank
he
you.
can
Triple
do.
Lindy.
You start on this board here, then you dive to this board.
Ooh.
You jump to this board, then you like swivel. You do a somersault into this third board, and then you dive into the pool. That is the Triple Lindy.
Yep.
Oh my god,
And-
it's an obstacle, man. I mean, I couldn't do the triple limb.
Nobody can do it. It's a made-up dive. It's,
No, well, that's what
No
was the
one's ever
beauty.
done it. Okay.
The
No.
beauty of Rodney Dangerfield being the guy who does it, where he
Yeah.
gets up and it's
Yeah,
clearly a
it's
stunt
a
double.
stunt double. Yeah. So these are the shots of him like
Gets up,
going
he's
through
like,
there.
Thank you.
This is like the height of his chain smoking and cocaine abuse, and he was doing the triple Lindy.
He's like, oh, no one could do that dive. Well, there was a guy that in Atlantic City that he was the Triple Lindy. Oh, that was me.
Yeah, you're looking at him.
Yeah. Oh, it almost killed me.
Yeah, he owns
That's
a
my
big
favorite
and
line.
he
An
owns
extra board has been installed.
yeah. He owns a big and tall shop, yet does the most
and
athletic
fat.
move in diving history. Yeah, tall and fat.
Yeah, it's great. It's really, really great.
I love that movie.
Speaking
oh my
of big and
goodness.
fat,
Mm.
do you know who this is?
Well, it used to be Brendan Fraser.
That's right.
Yeah, I'm like, he's in there.
This
Was
is him
he
now?
is he playing Rodney Dangerfield in an upcoming movie?
I don't know what he's doing. I know he is playing a fat person in one movie. I don't know if it's this movie. This is at the Tribeca Film Festival last week. This is what he used to look like.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, Tarzan days. Mm-hmm.
And you see, Dave, this is why it's much better to just look like this when you're younger, because
my.
there's no expectation for anything later on.
I have to be honest. This is the least handsome of the three pigs. I'm just kidding.
Oh no, I just
You-
agree. That hair. Look at that.
I
flow.
agree. He's got a nice. You
Look
look
at
like
that
That is called a
flow.
Jufro.
yeah. You got yourself. It's a Eugene Levy.
Yeah.
Kind of
I used to have a
a-
pick. I used to have a pick that I had right in my hair, the blue pick that hung out in my hair.
And look at those Chevys in the back. You're
I'm-
styling.
I'm so
Yeah.
old. Like
Which one was yours?
I was heading to mine, but it looked very much like this one here. It was a Mercury Montego, canned apple
Oh.
red. It was unbelievable. It was great.
Yeah.
I've been looking for it my whole life again. Like I want it back. I have footage, like I have Super 8 footage of it.
I have
Oh,
that
we gotta
with
get that.
with like a 95 Impala SS, and now they're like 50 grand.
Isn't that great?
Yeah,
Cars we had back then, we didn't care. We didn't know.
and then
I mean,
it's like, oh, sorry.
I started with the 1999 Nissan Sentra. It was great, and it beeped over bumps. It was fantastic. It had a little Tinkerbell thing on the steering wheel. It was fantastic. But you know,
Mine
was
nothing
not bad.
Like this.
Mine was a
Nothing like this.
1972 model.
Oh man, that is
Cool.
that's sexy. That's
I
awesome.
dream about it all the time. It
Yeah.
had
We'll get that back for you.
it was just so cool. I'd like to get it back someday. And I had one of those Auga horns that Rodney had in Caddyshack.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, so you know, and,
Just
and the
Auga.
Dukes of
Yeah.
Hazzard one too. Well, that's the right. The Rodney went.
I used to just slide across my hood to get in my car, like
Oh,
the
yeah,
Dukes
we
of
all did
Hazzard.
that.
We all. It was a
How do you
Jeep.
think I was
It's a
so angry
91
about the-
Cherokee.
so angry about the Confederate flag issue because then you can't really I can never get the Dukes of Hazzard car anymore. Now I can't get the real one.
Yeah, you're like, I just want to.
Generally,
Yeah, you're like, I just want to look. Yeah, I know. There's so many things that will upset people about that. The general, the flag.
the General Lee. I know it's like ridiculous.
But it's still so cool. I still would want that. I would drive that car and be like, look, it's not racist. It's just Dukes of Hazzard.
I know, right? That's what you want to
It's
say to me.
cool,
No,
yeah.
it's just the car I've been waiting to have my whole life. The General Lee.
Right.
Like, I can't
It's a
even
great-
get. I'm too old to go through the window at this point, but I wanted it anyway.
That's fair. That's fair.
I'm sure
So-
Hitler had cars people bought that look cool. Doesn't mean I like Hitler.
This is Hitler's first original car. That's why I got it. Yeah, you know, I don't know whether you know, he did a lot of good stuff. He built a really kick-ass transportation system in
That is
Germany
true.
before he went down.
It is true. People are like,
They never talk about
They
the
never
good stuff.
talk about the highways that he put
Nope, they
together.
don't.
And
He
I
built
think
a transportation system that was kick-ass to this day. You know, who did this? Hitler. He was good.
yeah,
He was
it's good. Look, I'm just saying we're getting to A to B faster.
He knew how to map out stuff and put down a plan of action.
You really gotta get. That's
Anyway,
so funny.
this is Billie Eilish. I don't know if you heard about this, but she made a racial slur in some TikTok videos about when she was, I don't know, 7-8 years ago, when she was a kid.
What was she,
and now-
5?
She's still a kid. What is she like 5? How old now?
Yeah,
She was
she's
like
like
13,
Oh,
and here it
Christ
is.
almighty.
So here's what she did. I have it. So that is her mocking Asians, using the
Mhm.
C word for Asian people. And she is getting called out on it. But, you know, she's apologizing and she's not, she should be canceled like anyone else. You know,
Yes.
she's going to get away with it. But it's got to work for the kids that started all this too. And it's unfair. I want
Well-
her canceled, even though I like her.
Well, yeah, I think she needs to be canceled. And by that, I mean not at all in any way whatsoever, because our country's ridiculous. And it's like, when you were 13, can you imagine if there's just footage of me reading Blanche Knott's truly tasteless jokes to my friends? I mean, it's
Exactly.
a kid. She's still a kid.
I know.
If
So
she
I don't
did-
have any problem. But
If
I'm
she
just
did that
saying-
last Tuesday, it would be forgivable. She's a child.
Yeah.
It's just the left is eating their own. That's the problem. It's like
Yeah.
Right.
nobody is unscathed. I mean,
That-
she, you know,
that's right.
she
So,
take this as a woke lesson to wake the F up.
about 3 months ago, we had a story, and maybe Jamie, maybe you were on the show. We were talking about that woman that was the editor of Teen Vogue,
Mhm.
Yes.
a bunch of racial slurs when she was in high school on Twitter, and it caught up to her, and she got fired. Thank God,
Right.
because you know it's only fair. I know they're going to fire me
Right.
if I
Right.
did it. So you know, fire the people that started. It was brilliant, but it is funny. There's a lot of young people that seem to hate Asians. I've seen it a lot with 22, 23-year-old girls I know that when they get drunk, it comes out when they're all angry at me or Dave Landau, you know, for us being just funny, or saying funny stuff. And then it comes
Right.
out. They're like, I don't know. They're very competitive, I guess, because I don't know what it is, but I've noticed it a lot.
You are right with the cancel culture though, where even that guy at CNN who was, I guess, masturbating during
Tubin.
Tubin.
It's a hilarious
Lubin
name.
Tubin.
Interesting.
Yeah. And but just the fact that he's like, oh, we're having a little break. I'll just, masturbate in front of my screen here. And then it's like a month later, they're like, oh, you can come back, you rascal. Meanwhile, Louis C.K.'s still the devil for
It drives me crazy.
behind
That's
closed
unacceptable.
doors. It's
Yeah.
completely unacceptable.
Yeah. And why would you invite Jeff Tubin back? I don't care that he did it. I'm just saying, like,
It's weird.
why can't you just
Yeah,
do
like,
it
just
later?
like,
Yeah, like, can't you go into your bedroom and
also,
do
like,
it?
can you like wait a little bit? Like, you're close to home. Like, we got this.
It's like at least make sure the screen shuts. Like, wouldn't you do that instead of just like turn around and be like, okay, we got a minute. All right, great. Oh, I'm gonna stand up to do it. Actually,
I'm afraid even when I don't have the camera on, I'm always thinking about the camera like being on, or that I'm in front of the camera.
Yeah, I look at my phone. I think it's watching me. The TV, like
everything
because
is
they
watching
are.
you.
They literally are.
Because
yeah.
they are. That's it. Exactly it. They are. Right. Exactly. And if
speaking
you're in
of,
television, you know that.
Cancel culture and all this stuff. Have you guys seen this? Do you know what I'm going to talk about?
I saw a little bit of it,
You
but I
did?
do. Yeah.
So this is
I
the
don't.
Shoreline Junior High cheerleading squad of 2020-21,
Mhm.
and
Oh.
they are from Utah, as it's very clear. They're clearly from Utah because there's not even an Asian person in there, or even a Derek Jeter like like there's nobody like it's.
Although the one with the pink hair in the back may be a 42-year-old
Yes.
man.
I agree. I was like, that was the one that stood out. Like she might, maybe that's, I don't know.
Vibrant. Yeah.
What are you undercover?
But anyway, the real picture was this, with this
This was the
Morgan
real picture.
Arnold, who has Down syndrome, which is their manager.
Yeah. Mhm.
And this was the actual photo, and they just took her out.
Oh, that is effed up. Wait,
Yeah,
what?
it's really cruel. It's really
so
cruel.
cruel.
I mean, that is not right. Oh,
Nope.
all of these little women, including the one in the pink, should be shunned. That's a shame. That is a real shame.
Because I've seen so many movies like Mean Girls and stuff, you do think it's one of them that, was like, listen, if we're going to go down in history as the hottest team ever, but it had to be somebody adult that made the decision finally.
Yeah, they're the ones that cut it. Like that's what creeps me out
Right.
too. It's like I'm trying to get a full entire photo of.
Of course, this
junior
girl
high
should have
girls.
known, like, all right, now let's take one without the manager. I mean,
Like, did they think it was gonna go unnoticed? Like, wait, and it's the exact same photo, right? There's
yeah,
no, like,
yeah, right. How would it go unnoticed? It's
like, how does that go unnoticed? Like, what? Oh my God, we need to invite this girl out, and she needs to come out with us, and
well, let's
have
not
a party
get carried away,
because
Jamie.
We're gonna invite her to our table. What is it? Yeah, she can sit with us. How about that?
Now, this is
Down
the
with it.
girls softball team from Oklahoma University, with the Sooners, I believe, who just beat the Florida State Seminoles in the softball.
Excited.
Softball. Now, most guys, we would say this is hot because it's a bunch of girls, all over each other, which is so funny because then why is this just gay?
Well, it is.
This was I showed this last week. This is Chelsea defeating Manchester City in the Championship League 2 weeks ago. This
Why is
this hot if you're guys, and this just gay.
Well, I think because it's more acceptable for girls to be a little touchy feely. And
I know. It's
look,
just
this
a
is
double standard.
I don't know, guys. That first one looks a little dangerous. Like, I feel like if I was on the bottom of that pile, like, I'd be suffocating under there. Those girls look,
We don't
nice
think
and
like
hefty. They're,
we don't think. But this one, however, the
What
one
are these guys doing?
Those are the ones I'm most concerned about in the photo. The other ones I can almost go like, oh, that's just having fun. But those two are like, fine.
These are like those homeless people you were just talking about.
Yeah, they're just like, oh, the soccer field. Just
he looks unwell. Oh, cute.
That's right. These are the French bulldog competition at the Westminster Dog Show, which your dog was.
Are those English? Oh my God, those are chubbier than mine. Wow,
Those
I
are
didn't
the
know
French.
I didn't know they could
chubby.
outrank tours. They're chubby.
He was the
You
one
wanna
that won it all.
see? Jealous.
Not won it all, but he won the French bulldog competition. His name is Matthew.
He's okay.
and you have to wonder why your dog wasn't included. This is
You
the
wanna
dog that won it
run?
all. You're not going to beat this.
Oh my god! You know that dog. Oh my god, Wasabi. That dog's
That's
name
right,
is
that's
Wasabi. I think
Wasabi,
it won
Peabody.
for its name solely alone. The runner-up was Bourbon, which I pretty much prefer to.
So you know.
Wasabi.
But you
Oh my
also
god!
know
Yes, I
that
was
your
all about this
dog.
Westminster. Do you want to see Tortellini?
Well, I
Hey.
have a
Yes.
picture of him here eating McDonald's, which of course, he's not going to be able to be a show dog if you keep feeding him McDonald's. And then, quite frankly,
Is
Jamie,
that how you
if I could
knew?
be, I mean, what are you doing to this dog? I mean, what an embarrassment! How can he be a show dog if you put him in these? He cannot be happy with this.
We matched there. That was a match.
Well, I wonder if the dog
That
has
was our
any say
matching
in this.
outfit.
And
That
then
look, that dog
you
looks like it would
take
sit around
pictures with
smoking.
other dogs. I mean, what are you doing to this poor dog?
Oh, this is another at a barbecue.
I know, but like that's raw meat. So at least I wasn't cooking the dog. I mean,
You're-
that's a cow.
Well,
you know,
you're
on a-
showing him that you cook other animals. I mean, you are the cruelest.
Oh
to
my
your-
god! You know what? But Tortellini will eat. He will eat his own, and you don't know.
Oh,
you don't know
I've
anything.
seen that. We know that. We know the way dogs are.
But that's
yeah.
how you found out about the McDonald's. That's how it was sold out. Tortellini sold me
No,
out.
that
man.
wasn't how. There's multiple pictures with you with McDonald's. So.
I think
try.
Tortellini is cuter than the champion dog. I'm sorry, I do.
Oh my god! You
Yo,
know
he
what?
is.
Dave? I think you're right. I actually think you're. Did they win cash? Because I should have entered. They I really.
Well,
should
that's what I'm saying. You can't enter. This dog has to. You can't have McDonald's anymore. And you can't have pictures like this floating around. mean,
I
he's
feel
not
like
gonna
he's lost a couple. You want to say he's good? No, he's thin.
No, we'll bring him on in a second. This is me and Jamie
Oh,
on the Tom
So
Shalhoub show.
pensive.
I did
As you
that
can
show with
see-
Jamie as well.
I love
As you
this.
can see, she finds me not funny at all. Here's another time we were on. I'm being hilarious. Nothing. I'm getting nothing. When you're on, she's like, Dave, you're so funny. I mean, Dave's pretty funny, but you could show a little support. So
Equally
angry.
funny. Equally
Hilarious.
funny. Equally funny. I was probably thinking about like all of those weird butter segments, and I was probably just blindsided.
This is Dave's show, Louder with Crowder, and it's
Yes.
every weekday morning, right? Monday through Thursday.
Monday through Thursday on YouTube and The Blaze.
Blaze, right?
And this
I
is
love it.
me giving a stupid look, I guess, before
like
they did
it.
my
I
makeup.
like it too. And this is where Dave will be playing this weekend, the Helium Comedy Club in Buffalo, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes. And those
Road
are the
trip,
way
should we
all the
go?
comedy clubs look in the rest of America, right?
It's basically.
They're on
It's-
like little strip malls.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're
it's
usually
fascinating.
next to some kind of housing that you're afraid of.
And when Dave was seeing the picture of the Queen he wasn't kidding around. You can pick up these shirts
That's
at
true.
his website and much more. Am I right?
That's right. You can get the Ahoy shirts, and the new Ahoy shirts will be coming to crowdershop.com.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I love that. We're gonna order one, and we're gonna come to Helium in Buffalo. And
Well,
take a
it'd
little road trip.
Jamie,
would
if
be
you go to
awesome.
Buffalo dressed like that, you're
Right.
gonna be it's
Ahoy,
too
I got this.
classy.
Oh yeah, I promise. I'll be.
Yeah,
there.
you can't be dressing all fancy.
Yeah, you're gonna
like
have to
that in
dress
Buffalo.
down.
No hat.
This
This
was
is me when I
Dave
played with the Foo Fighters.
Yeah, at MSG like 2 days ago, maybe yesterday. And so, everybody's excited, things are back. But the only thing Jamie's excited about is that no more masks in Disney World. I mean,
right,
what
that's it.
is your deal? And what are you following the Disney food blog? What is that? The restaurants at Disney? You're that
Oh my
upset?
god, I know. I love AJ Wolf. AJ Wolf crushes it. I mean, they tell me about all my new cupcakes, the cocktails that I can have at every park. It's great. And you can drink at every park, just so you know. But together again, I love it.
That was just so
That's-
funny when I found out you followed the Disney food blog. Dave, I think it's a food blog of what you can eat and drink at the parks.
Oh, that's exciting. Last time I was there, I had a hot dog that almost killed me.
See, if you had signed up for the food blog, you probably would have missed that place.
Right.
I
Those hot
would've.
dogs have been banned since. Don't you worry.
Yes. No, I was there last year. We got the COVID there.
Wait, you got COVID?
Well, I didn't
No.
know at the time. My
At
son
Disney?
got it, and
At
then I
Disney?
got it.
No.
Yeah. We were like, "Why is everybody here sick?" And then the COVID thing happened.
Oh, no.
Splash Mountain. It
Well, it
was really
wasn't-
just
well,
like,
And speaking of fun
Yes.
times,
disgusting.
Oh, it's just,
she looks like a fun lady. This is Abigail Disney. She's Roy Disney's daughter. She's going to inherit it all, or did already. and she's like trying to fight for the cause. She's like, executives would rather be shot than fly first class. They want their private planes, but we really just want her to shut up because
Right, she's anti.
she won the lottery in life, and we really just don't care what she says.
Yeah, she won't even buy a full bolo tie.
Yeah,
Right, literally, or like a blowout.
Spend your money and get a new pair of glasses.
No, I know Warby Parker is cheap. It's true, but she's so anti-Disney, Abigail Disney. I can't.
Oh, is that right?
Is she
I can't
really?
with her. Well, because she wants the workers, and I get this, like the minimum wage, and they're getting paid for nothing. But people are choosing to work there. Like it's a big program for people to work there.
I know.
I've tried. I tried out to be a princess. I didn't make it. But I tried at one point, knowing I was going to be like $7.50 an hour. I knew it. I went in there knowing it.
Right.
But to be Cinderella, it was worth it. I weighed my pros and cons, but I didn't get it.
You didn't get to be one?
I did not get it. No, they were looking for specifics that day.
Oh, that's
specifics.
cool.
Yeah, like
Code
Princess
for
Tiana, and
we
we
get
just
it,
didn't. We didn't make the cut. Yeah, no, it was a toughie.
Well, this woman is just not a Disney princess. Just look.
She's very angry. This is Jamie's new show, Fox Business Tonight, which, of course, I think we should think up a new title because this is just dumb. I mean, I know it explains the show, but at least After the Bell was much more. After Labella was much more entertaining.
I still like After Labella. We could use
of course.
that. That's
but
okay.
well, I think
I
think where you're heading is clearly the show you want to do would be this Fox Disney Tonight.
I love this idea. Who do we
See?
pitch it to? Abigail? I got better. We might have to cut out that I said she needed a hair job.
I think we'll be all right. He's like, sweetie, I know what I look like.
Yeah, she's like, I'm aware I'm a monster.
But these are just thoughts. And this is on your show. You have Mickey going, give me the Pentagon. This would be my hard-hitting news stories at Mickey's desk.
This is actually
sell.
She's making
That
crank
was
calls.
good.
I like that there's an ashtray next to the phone.
I love it. Yeah. He's like ashing it in his
Now
ear,
look,
real
There's
quick.
a couple changes I want to make before I come down there.
I've got your kid. If you want him back, you're going to have to send a bunch of money.
I love it. I
don't
love
know
it. That's
what that
vintage.
picture
That's a
is, but
vintage
I love it.
Mickey.
Oh, so okay, now let's go down. All right, now we're ready for Tortellini.
Oh, you want him? Okay, great.
All right,
Okay.
because we need him to sing.
Oh my. Okay.
Here comes her dog.
I'm excited.
I'll stop for a second.
I love dogs. Hey, Tortellini.
There's Tortellini, who clearly,
He
I
is a
guess,
little
has
heavy.
been
Jesus
eating
Christ.
some McDonald's.
Isn't he cute?
Well,
I think he's adorable.
Isn't he cute? I know
I-
he gained a little. Look at the stomach.
we noticed right away. Yes.
Yes, he's
If
He
that's
likes
going to be a
the-
show dog, we're going to
You
have
guys
to.
say- Oh, look, you like the microphone?
All right, good.
he
So
likes the
here-
golden arfjes, right? Thank you. I'm going to kill myself
The
now.
golden
All right.
arches, not
So
Fat
here's the
Ronnie.
song.
That's-
Here's the song. We need him to, if he can work this out. Hey, you know the song.
It's a long way down the holiday road.
Now come the dog bark. See if he can join in. You ready? Can we? Does your dog talk? Because
He's kind of like licking the microphone. He's like me. He's hungry, you know? He
well, this
doesn't-
is where. Nothing.
Woo.
All right, well, you want to see something weird? When I was looking for this today, this is Lindsey Buckingham playing this song 2 years ago.
Really?
Yeah, and it's really weird. You guys can see it, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's barking.
Bark like a dog.
Oh my God, that
Bark
is
like a dog. Bark like a dog. Bark like a dog.
It's pretty messed up, right?
Yeah,
I don't-
That's terrifying. And that's
I know.
terrifying. Yeah.
The girl who printed out the woof sign is sad.
I know. I guess she was waiting all night for that song.
Yeah, she's like, woof, woof. yeah.
Well, I mean, if you go to see Lindsey Buckingham, you're just waiting for that song. If you're not seeing him with Fleetwood Mac, you're waiting for that song and maybe go insane, and that's it. So I would have printed
Yeah.
up the woof woof sign. I was waiting for that all night.
Right?
Yeah,
The bark talking part.
Yeah,
Our
not
dogs
one.
allowed. We should go.
Yeah, that's really who it's for. I mean, if you're not going to be
Right.
playing rumors, nobody really wants to be there.
Exactly. That's my favorite song.
Tortellini's totally eyeing you right now. He's like, "Who's barking?" You know, he knows.
Ooh, it's working. We got the head tilt, the classic head tilt.
Tortellini would love me because I sneak dogs treats all day.
Oh my
Aw.
God, you do. Well, he eats
Yeah.
anything, so he definitely would. He's a licker. He just almost ate the microphone, but that's fine.
Yeah. No, Crowder's got this giant crazy dog that, like one of those giant it'll kill you dogs. And every day just comes out to me to hug me, put its paw on me.
Aw.
It's like, I know you just want a treat.
He knows.
my
He knows
boy.
you're the one.
You're my boy.
You're the one.
That's how my dogs are. The second I come home, they're like,
Oh, you have dogs too?
oh yeah, I got 2 of them.
I had a cat.
Oh, you got a
I'm
cat.
sorry.
I had one.
Dad, sorry. When did it?
Oh.
But I was thinking, I was very close to getting a dog because I live upstairs from a doggy daycare center. So they were always like, "Why don't you take a dog? Why don't you take a dog?" And it turns out the dogs that I liked that they told me when I kept saying, "Well, I like this kind and this kind," they were the same kind. They were Shibu emus. Apparently, those are
Really?
the type I like.
Okay, the Shibu Ibu. They say like your dog
Shibu
kind of
Ibu.
looks like you, but I don't feel like me and Tortellini look alike. But the Shibu Ibu.
No, you don't.
You know, but a
No.
little bit. A
You
little
don't.
bit. He's got no
No,
neck.
you
Like it's like an
don't.
Italian
No.
like us. I mean, it's like genetics. I feel
Jamie,
it.
you don't look like your dog.
He looks like me when I was 8.
Right.
You
Maybe
see,
that pie eating
He
contest.
can
we could see
crush.
that.
Yeah.
Now, normally we have Colin sing a song at this part, but he's not here today. So I thought I would end with the most hilarious of things when I sang the Eddie Murphy classic Party All the Time
Mhm.
at the Comedy Cellar for my birthday about 2 years
Ooh.
ago. This is how I opened the show. So let's go into that today.
This is not a way to start the show.
No, that's exactly the way to open a show.
Yay!
Yes.
That was fantastic.
Oh my God, that was
If you see-
fantastic.
If you look
I
at the
loved
audience, they're never enjoying it. Every time I do my monthly show down at the Village Underground, I like to do music and comedy, right? But the audience just wants comedy, so they hate. Every time I'll open with that, or I'll go through the audience with the microphone. I remember for 1 year I was just like opening a song from Bye Bye Birdie with the mic, and I'm like, there are chicks just right for some kissing, and I mean to kiss me a few. And then I go into the audience, hey, how you doing tonight? Like in high anxiety, whatever. And where are you from? Cincinnati. Cincinnati, love that big red machine. And they're like, what's happening? I don't understand. They like, anytime you stray from the path, they just don't care.
Which is, it's just actually one of the reasons why I love watching you, because I never know what you're going to do.
That
Well,
was
that's-
quite
that's
literally
why I
fantastic. I'd
think-
rather watch you than the Foo Fighters. That was literally fantastic.
Yeah,
Well,
seriously.
that's why people ask me to open for them, because I think they like to make fun of me. It's like,
No.
well, that's
No,
what
you're
Noam always
hilarious.
says. When I used to do those Godfather things, I was always performing in front of the owner, and I hadn't done stand up in a while, so I would always do these long things, these things that nobody knew were, talking about stuff like the $6 Million Man, and everybody's like, Noam likes when you bomb. It's really funny. I'm like, really not that funny bombing in front of the owner of the Comedy Cellar, but
It hurts.
people like it.
You
I mean, I
crushed
told you
it.
that's why Jim Gaffigan hired me all last year to open for him with people in their cars, because you heard no laughs, and he's like, well, who's good with that? Juskow. So, so that was the plan.
You did the car tour, huh?
Yes, we did
Oh.
last summer. I
Well,
loved
at least
it.
it's with Gaffigan. It's got to be great.
Right. Yeah, it was fantastic. I mean, I
It's
love
not like
it
there's 3 cars.
again, I'm used to it was like 4,000 people, so
Right, yeah.
they're all listening on their radio, and at many times I would be like, this there are people in the cars, right? This is not an elaborate gag on me, because he could have made an elaborate gag like that. He could have afforded it, just like I would have been on television of like nobody was in those cars, but apparently there were people in the cars, I guess. So we'll have to assume. Anyway, that is our show for today. Now, Dave, you will be at Helium this
Yes.
weekend. And
This weekend.
on Louder with Crowder every weekday morning, Monday through Thursday,
That's correct.
because Friday is a travel day,
Yep.
right?
If Friday's
And where are you the week after that? I know you perform most day every week.
Emily, Minnesota, and then I'll be off, and then Columbus, Ohio with the Funny Bone, and DaveLandau.com for all your Dave Landau.
Let me tell you
needs.
one thing
And the
before we
shirts.
leave.
Don't forget the shirts.
Yes.
Right. Let me tell you one thing before we leave, Dave. I forgot. I should have opened with this. Last week, we had Rich Voss and Bonnie McFarlane on. And
Okay.
when I mentioned that you were going to be on, Rich stopped immediately. He goes, "Oh my God. I don't know whether you know, but Dave Landau is one of the best comics around." He
That's amazing.
stopped the show to make sure. And that I know this now after seeing you. It was really, it's interesting because, I feel like there's this community that doesn't know you are a great stand-up comic. You're like
most
really
people.
terrific. Like it's,
Thank you.
I went to go see him do a full, hour, and I was blown away.
Thank
So
you.
people watching, they should know he's a terrific comic.
No,
Like, literally
thank you.
terrific.
Thank you,
Terrific.
and Rich too, because Rich was another guy who I just looked up to, and when I saw him stay during a show we were doing together, like he just kind of dropped in to do a guest set to watch. I was like, why is he staying?
It's a big deal for
Yeah,
somebody
it
like him to
is.
stay. Yeah, because he wants to make fun of you and he doesn't like competition. And
Well, and he's been around, yeah, and he's really though I think he doesn't mind the competition. I just don't think he likes when you're not talented.
well, that's true.
If he has to
doesn't-
watch
doesn't have
crap, he
time for
doesn't
that.
like it. But yeah, he seems to gravitate towards enjoying, good comedy.
The thing
Right.
is, sometimes when you meet Dave and you talk to him and he's got this kind of mellow attitude and stuff, and you're just not sure what he's going to be like on stage, but it's great. His stories
Thank
are
you.
amazing. His timing is impeccable. And I don't say this about a lot of the comics we have on, because I guess I really, I don't know, it's just, I'm happy for you that you're
Thank
doing
you.
well
No,
and
that
performing every week.
seriously means a lot to me, man. Thank you.
And Jamie has her new show, Fox Business Tonight.
Yes. I'm
That's a-
not touring around, but guess what? I am going to be wearing the Dave shirt, and I'm going to be coming to Helium. I'm going to be touring around like a little groupie. I promise.
You don't tease people
There
that
you
you're
go.
going to Buffalo this weekend. I mean,
I should. You know what, guys? Meet me in Buffalo. Everyone, meet me in Buffalo.
I don't. We can pretend she's there. If they're like, "Where is she?" I'll be like, she's in the back." She'll be out soon. You take a picture in like an hour.
Yes. Crowd surf real quick. I come to the front. We got this. We
Yeah.
got this.
you can
Please, yes, our
find,
new show is great. It's from 5 to 6 p.m. It's
5 to 6.
awesome. We have a rotating group of anchors. It's fantastic. So tune in 5 to 6
sure, I'd
p.m.
love
on
to
Fox
anchor one day.
Business.
Oh,
Yes.
so you,
Please,
okay,
you
gotcha,
should.
Right.
You guys would
I-
make it a lot of fun. Please do that for me. And I will, in trade, we will
Okay.
come to Ohio.
I've just been doing the talking head
Buffalo.
stuff for Fox Nation. That tends to be what I do.
Yes. Fox
Which
Nation
is
great
fun.
too.
They're
It's
fun.
fun. It's
That is
fun.
cool.
It's really fun.
And Tortellini, of course, we can find on Instagram under Stuffed Tortellini, I believe, right?
That's right, my friend, at Stuff Tortellini. He's got 3K followers, 4K, a lot. Not as much as the Dave,
So
but
embarrassing.
he's getting up there.
No, it's more than I do. It's embarrassing.
He deserves more than me. I'll tell you that.
Right? Look at him. Look at this
adorable.
little chub. Look,
No,
he's
he is a
coming to
cutie
you. He
pie.
knows, or he's going
He's
for the
like,
wine.
either way, if he's coming towards me, I'm going to pretend it's because he thinks I'm a good person.
Well, folks, that is our show for this week. Make sure you join us next week when our guests will be Greg Fitzsimmons and Rachel Feinstein. And the week after that, we have musician Paul Lauren as one of Colin's friends, as it is once a month we do the music show. And that is our show at Comedy Cellar Nightly. Don't forget to come down to the Comedy Cellar and see live comedy, or go to Buffalo this weekend and see Dave, or any of the weekends and see Dave. I promise you, you will not be disappointed. And watch, of course, Fox Business Tonight every night at 5 o'clock on Fox Business News Channel. Otherwise, folks, I hope everybody's staying safe and doing great. And we'll see you all